Welcome. Sankara's teachings are deep and profound. RamanaMaharshi lived these teachings. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on Adi Shankara's Atma Bodha, or self-knowledge. Today is verse 26. When one confuses the Atman with the individual, it's like taking a rope for a snake and one experiences fear. When it realizes it is not the individual, but rather the Supreme Atman, then fear is not experienced. When Adi Shankara says that confusing the Atman, the true self, with the individual self brings fear, he is pointing to a fundamental mistake that almost everyone makes. By long-standing and unchallenged assumption and habit, you're used to thinking of yourself as this person, a body with a name, a history, a personality, various roles in life, likes and dislikes. But this identity is built on what changes. Your body ages, your thoughts come and go, your feelings shift. None of that is constant. So when you believe that's who you are, there's insecurity. You feel vulnerable, like something bad could happen to you at any moment. That's where fear begins. Shankara compares this mistake to seeing a rope in dim light and thinking it's a snake. The fear you feel in that moment is real to you, but it's based on something that isn't true. The rope was never a snake. In the same way, the self has never been this limited person. The self is never born and never dies. It doesn't gain or lose anything. It's not harmed by what happens to the body or mind. But until this knowledge is clear, fear continues. You may wonder how this confusion begins. It starts when awareness seems to limit itself to a body-mind. This gives rise to I am this person, and that's the root of all further error. From this comes attachment, fear, striving, and sorrow. But these belong to the assumed and imagined self, not to the real one. The turning point comes with self-knowledge. Shankara says, when it realizes it is not the individual, but rather the Supreme Atman, that means when awareness ceases to mistake itself for the body and mind and sees clearly that it is the pure, formless, untouched presence, the confusion ends, and with it, fear ends. This realization doesn't come from believing or repeating ideas. It comes from deep inner inquiry and direct experience. tracing the sense of I to its source. The question isn't, what am I afraid of? But rather, who is afraid? The answer isn't found in words, but in silence. When the false self fades and the self shines without effort, Sankara's teaching is simple and radical. You are not the one who is born and afraid. You are the one that never changes, the self. Nothing can threaten that. And when the self is known, peace is natural. Fear was only ever based on a mistake. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. RamanaMaharshi could say so much with just a few words. In these books, I give comments and guided inquiries in ordinary English to deepen your practice. Available from Amazon. The link is in the video notes. These videos bring Sankara's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like. Send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.